231336, Marcus Taylor. That's you, sir?
Yes, sir.
And we've met, but you're here today on a charge of driving suspended, second offense, and
Should be speeding.
it doesn't say speeding, but
No.
that's a ticket does. They're going to dismiss the speeding ticket per Miss Deborah Davis. And dismiss driving suspended second for a plea to driving suspended first offense. Driving suspended first offense is a misdemeanor. It's punishable by up to 93 days in jail and a fine of up to $500. Carries 2 points on your driving record and requires that your license be suspended, which it already is suspended. Anyway, after meeting with the prosecutor, it's my understanding you're going to enter a plea of guilty to the charge of driving suspended first offense.
Yes, Your Honor.
Other than that, did anyone promise you anything to get you to plead to this?
No, Your Honor.
Or threaten you?
No, Your Honor.
Do you understand that if you do plead to this charge, you'll be giving up your right to have a trial in front of a judge or jury? There will be no trial. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Just see if it showed up on my queue yet. There it is. If you had a trial, you'd have a right to have any of the witnesses for or against you subpoenaed to come to court so they could be questioned under oath. You would have the right to take the witness stand yourself and testify, but you don't have to because you have a right not to testify. And if you did not wish to testify, the judge or jury could not hold your silence against you. And you have the right to be presumed innocent if and until the state was able to prove your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. This happened in White Pigeon, but it was a city case. And I think I left something out. You have a right to testify. If you didn't wish to testify, the judge or jury could not hold your silence against you. Were you driving a car in White Pigeon on July 14th?
Yes, Your Honor. I know it doesn't help the case at all. I was running late to get my girlfriend from work.
Where does she work?
She works at Meyer gas station in Sturgis.
And this says here you live at 520 South Main Street, Three Rivers, but I thought you lived in Sturgis.
I do. That 520 South Main Street is the probation center.
Okay.
I was in there in November. I got out in November.
All right. So you were driving from, how'd you end up in White Pigeon?
I was coming from the Montville Dam. I was fishing in Montville, and I didn't realize.
Well, at least you were doing something important.
I didn't realize. Thank you. I didn't realize what time it was when I left Montville. And when I looked at my phone, I had like 10, 15 minutes to get to Sturgis. So I was speeding a little bit coming through White Pigeon. And I passed the cop.
It's not hard to speed through White Pigeon. You were going 50 and a 35, so it wasn't exorbitant. They charge you with 40. But the big thing is your license is suspended. You've got hundreds of dollars worth of unpaid fines and costs, including some recent driving suspended charges. You just had a driving suspended case earlier this year.
Yes, Your Honor.
Which you haven't paid. Just take a look at that. I don't know, maybe 90 days in jail, then you get a job when you get out. I can wipe out all your fines.
I'd rather take the fines.
Well, so would everybody. But you don't pay I give you fines and then you don't pay them. How does that work? I'd rather take the fine that I don't pay in the first place, and then that would be great. That embezzlement case, I think you still owe money on that.
Do I?
No, probation got revoked, so I don't think you owe any money on that one.
I think my probation fines is all paid off too as well.
The driving suspended that you got in February, you got cited in May. Pled guilty to driving suspended, give chance to pay old fine, set for sentencing 60 days out.
Yeah.
Sentencing is set for 9/5 at 9 a.m.
Yep.
Then 12 days later, you get another driving suspended.
Yes, Your Honor. I can make a payment today.
Put Mr. Taylor in a lockup. We'll come back to him later. I'm not very happy about this. You're fishing. You were just here. I cut you a break, gave you time to pay something. You've paid nothing. You get driving suspended again. Now you have a job today. And you want the fine rather than jail because you don't ever pay the fine. So you go sit there for a while. How much can you pay? How much can you pay?
I can pay at least a couple hundreds.
All right, we'll talk about it. You sit there in the lockup for a little bit. See whether I'm gonna give you a bunch of jail time or let you yank my chain some more. This is file 202560, People versus Troy Justin Cable from Kalamazoo. Mr. Cable had a driving suspended charge way back in November of 2020. He had a number of unpaid tickets in Kalamazoo. I took the plea about a month ago and set the matter for sentencing for this morning. Your lawyer, Mr. George, and I discussed this first thing this morning. He gave me and the prosecutor some receipts that showed in June you went and took care of some of your Kalamazoo fines and costs.
All of them, yeah.
All right.
I'm pretty proud of that, $701, something like that.
Well, you didn't wait around either. You went right out and did it. So
Yeah, I gotta get it done.
then the only thing left is this one. It is a driving suspended charge. It's going to put another suspended on your record. But I frankly was impressed with this. So, Mr. George, anything else you want me to know?
Your Honor, just with the amount that my client has paid in Kalamazoo, we had asked the court to keep any discretionary fines and costs at a minimum. I know that there are statutory requirements, but he has paid a lot and held up his end of the bargain.
Mr. O'Barry, you have any input on this?
No.
Are you still on Washington Ave?
Yes, sir. Yes, Your Honor.
The bond was a PR bond. We checked to see whether we had any money in here. You went AWOL, and then I think you spent one day in December of 22.
Yeah, the whole original reasoning of the original AWOL, I think we're speaking of is the whole, I think that happened during the Corona season.
It did.
I wasn't really mobile or even volunteering to be mobile at that time.
All right. Well, I had a guy back in lockup. He owes me $1,700. He never pays his fines and costs. And he wanted me to give him fines and costs. And I said, well, you never pay the ones you have. But you finally reconciled them, so I'm gonna not do any additional jail. That was the question. You held up your end of the deal. So I order 1 day jail credit, 1 day. $75 fine, $75 crime victims' rights fee, $50 state minimum fee, and a $150 attorney fee. That's pretty expensive. That's $350. I'm gonna give you until October 15th. Are you working somewhere?
Yeah, I got me a pretty good job at striker welding.
Very good. You ought to be able to pay that.
Yeah,
That's the job everybody wants, a striker job. How long
yeah,
you been there?
6 months, this is my 6 month.
Are you in a temp or are you working for striker?
No, I got hired straight in.
Good for you. That could last you the rest of your life.
Yeah, I'm trying to start my own company, so I kind of landed a good job while I'm trying to start my own company, so it's like I'm right in the middle of, having good and having the best, it's like.
Well, this is one less thing you gotta worry about, although this is gonna go on your driving record and further suspend it, but I can't help that.
That's why I was trying to help, trying to avoid is trying to get my license back.
Is that right, Tim?
And that's. Are you okay with that?
I mean, that's what she wrote the plea as.
And we were just confirming that, Your Honor, because my notes had indicated this was under advisement. I think Ms. Davis and Mr. O'Barry confirmed that if he was able to pay off the Kalamazoo, that she would reduce it to an allowance.
Let's take a look. Well, I didn't note that, but I did note it was a deferral, dismiss all else, delay 60 days if he plays tickets in Kalamazoo and no other infractions. All right, well, very good. I'm gonna change this to something that won't go on your record.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Fine is the same, but this won't go on your driving record, won't carry any points, and shouldn't affect your ability to try to get your license back if you're otherwise eligible.
Thank you very much.
All right, you're good to go.
Thanks, Your Honor.
Thank you, Josh.
Have
My
a nice
note
day,
didn't
Your
say that, but I'll certainly accept it. Go ahead and have a seat, sir. I had a lot going on here, so I had to set your case aside. Mr. Taylor entered a plea to driving suspended. He owes a whole bunch of money. He has a history of not paying anything. And he was driving. He's got a deferral agreement for September. And within a few short days of the time I saw him, he was driving here. Tell me about this job you got.
It's Clemens over in Coldwater,
At the
meat company.
meat packing place.
Yes, sir.
It's a hard job. They pay very well. The help usually sticks around for a short time and then leaves. It's very heavy, hard work, but they pay well. They have all kinds of bonuses. And when do you start?
Supposed to start today at 3 o'clock. They got me doing the it's on like the heat side of the factory of the plant. It comes from like the butcher, and then I'll clean up all the carcass, like all the guts and stuff before it goes into the cooler side of the plant.
Well, how are you going to get back and forth?
My girlfriend will drive me.
You're going to drive her twice there and back every day? What are you going to make an hour?
Anywhere it was. I think we set the pay at $20 an hour. It was either 19 or $20 an hour.
Well, they have bonuses. And
Yeah,
stuff.
plus the bonus and stuff.
All right. I will be impressed if you were still there by September 5th.
I will be.
All right, this is set for September 5th at 9 AM. I'm gonna set it with the other case.
Nice. I can make a payment today too.
All right. So you were driving to pick her up from work. Where do you work?
Meyer.
In Sturgis? Are you gonna be able to get him back and forth?
Me or my mom.
Well, there's probably people in Sturgis that work over there. Maybe once you get established, you can get a ride.
I know when I went there for my interview and walkthrough, I seen at least one person that I know that lives around the Sturgis area that works there, the same shift that I'll be working.
Well, there's a guy that works here at the courthouse that works over there. We'll set this for September 5th. That's a Tuesday at 9 AM. It's also 23358 ST. If you want to spend the Halloween in jail from now to Halloween, drive again. You stop driving.
Yes, sir.
You keep digging the hole deeper and deeper. You got a bunch of driving suspendeds on here. I cut you a break on June 26th. And a few short days later, 18 days later, you're out driving again. To go fishing. Park your car.
Okay.
All right, I'll see if you're still working, and I want you to make a payment today.
Okay.
You free to go, Your Honor?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll get your stuff here. So just wait right here.
All right, you're good to go, sir. Thank you for your patience.